What is possible when you experience true power of physical freedom? Well, we really tend to experience that physical freedom from a very external situations or circumstances, and having the idea that's the only way. However, I'm here to somehow challenge you to open you to the possibility that there is a really true benefits of experiencing a true power of physical freedom. And I will share some really personal story where I did experience that and still open to experience even more. And that let me actually experience that true freedom of physical the power true power of the physical freedom led me to experience more of that total freedom. And it's ongoing journey. However, I'm feeling so grateful and blessed that some unfortunate situation led me helped me with finding courage and led me to that deeper transformative experiences and exploration of those possibilities, that there is true power of physical freedom that gets to be experienced, and not just from the outside, but it's actually get to start from the inside and then being radiated brightly to the outside, where it's not only making a difference for you, but also making a tremendous difference for others, because then you can empower others and inspire others and give them permission that it's okay for them to experience that true freedom that they all also want to experience, and then don't know, kind of keep caging themselves in the circumstances and the beliefs, certain beliefs that it's not possible for them. So let's go to a bit of a personal journey to give you some better idea on the example and kind of the feeling of how that might look like, and what it kind of takes to experience that. So it might be different. This is my personal journey and personal exploration and discoveries, and I'm sharing here to be of that inspiration and empowering, that it can give you some food for thought and see if it might open the perspective that there is a possibility. So what I want to share about is some experiencing some physical freedom a couple times in my life so far, like a really deep transformative journey when that freedom showed up. And I didn't even know, like even after all those years and experience the tremendous benefits of experiencing that physical freedom, I'm coming to realization, I'm coming to reflections, and that's what actually the purpose of it, to experience. When I started in that journey, it felt like I just want to feel better in my body. I wasn't kind of even thinking of the terms of the freedom. I felt kind of constricted by my body in a very physical, very intense symptoms, and that were kind of not just in my body, but also affecting my mind and my feelings. And I want to do something about it. And I wasn't putting like labels and that will lead me to the freedom. However, that transformative journey did did lead me to that experiencing of that physical freedom. And even it didn't stop there. It gave the permission to deeper exploration and experience more of a total freedom on a deeper level, and keep evolving from that, and keep looking at different angles from the physicality, mental, emotional, and spiritual, to deepen that and to explore and experience more of that total freedom on ongoing basis, because well, we are human and we are habitual humans that it takes practice. It takes finding that courage to consciously stop yourself from being sick and tired. And many times some events can help out when you recognize that they are the opportunities for you to transform your life, transform your body, transform your experiences. And when you coming from a judgmental perspective, you might be missing out and missing the point and attempting to control those circumstances, external circumstances. It will put you even in a deeper rabbit hole, and harder that will be harder to get out yourself out of it. Well, I end up like, it seems like innocently, one beautiful Tuesday morning in bed, ready to start my day, but my body was uh, not willing to cooperate with me anymore the way I wanted. So I took that as the wake up call, that I get to become more conscious and tuning more within and to my body and my needs to transform that. I wasn't so open to look seeking for help, because I knew how that there are not a lot of help out there, uh, true help that can help with the transformation, physical transformation, because a lot of things that were out there were to actually make more your body more sick than healthy. And so I knew that it will be tough to find someone, that there were some brave souls that were willing to share more true experience of how they were transforming and going to that physical freedom, transformation of their body. However, it was many times commercialized, or there wasn't like a total truth to how they kind of how they were going through that. It was just uh, things that look good, that help to somehow inspire people, but not in a very authentic way, to share some kind of recipe, a true recipe of what it takes to really experience that physical freedom. So I'm here to share a little bit deeper and more authentic way, that from a human perspective and authentic integrity perspective, that it's not very peachy to attempt after years of self abandonment and not listening really to your body, how you can end up like in the bed and in the situation, and still kind of not recognize the signs. And I was feeling blessed that at that point I was creating readiness to recognize the signs, that I will not waste another opportunity and chance to do something about it. And I was utilizing some resolve to do something about it, and a free will to go on that transformative journey, to experience more of that physical freedom from inside out. And it was a journey. It was intense journey. It required also a collaboration of my mind, that was quickly kind of discovered. And I knew that my free will last me only so far, and I will be tempted more with the humanness and weaknesses of some temptations of desire of the flesh. of going back to certain ways of how I was seeing how the food, certain group of food that I was enjoying, and it will not last long. So it would require a lot of mental playing a mental games with myself, a lot of self observation, and day by day building a habits, recognizing some habits that no longer were serving me, that they were outdated, and attempting on building some newer, more of the service to me and my body's habits that will be lasting, that will create the sustainability of experiencing not just temporary but more lasting physical freedom. And became success. It took months to experience that in a more full effect, and the physical kind of accomplishment of releasing bunch of pounds in the process. To be honest, I just want to experience feeling better in my body, feeling freer in my body. Wasn't even setting a goals of a certain how much pounds I want to release. And however, because of that transformative, a deeper foundational transformation, that was the kind of the results of that the bunch of pounds were released out of my physical body, and that created kind of admirable results of transforming my body from size 12 to size 2, and keeping that off for many years. And I'm still feeling grateful and blessed that months of really deeper tuning to my body, to myself, to experience that through physical freedom, created that big, sustainable, and lasting transformation that I can enjoy fruits for many years. And it doesn't mean that I'm not still human, and I'm not like open to some temptations of my body, and because of the transformation that I was able to experience, and the tools that I developed, and the shift in my mindset to bigger opening, to allow for that transformation to happen, I can still continue be in more conscious spaces, and even bringing that from some autopiloting or subconscious quicker of when I'm noticing that there is some kind of body temptation, maybe because body needs it. And at what point actually it's not just about what body needs, but maybe especially those days there's a lot of emotions being surfacing that may be actually a part of that, what is some kind of emotional distress that is forming. And the way to soothe that distress is to indulge myself with some foods, and kind of be in more observance of what if that's kind of is of service, am I like can allow some of that comfort, and at what point finding the courage to in a more compassionate way looking at what is surfacing for me to look at it, and not overwhelming myself and not judging myself so much for it, but looking from a compassionate and loving perspective, and see if I can be grateful for that what is surfacing, if I can, instead of attempting to control, to release that, and be grateful for that surface, and grateful that I have somehow power, standing in my true power, and releasing that, and not holding to some of those emotions that potentially accidentally got stored in my body, and my body just natural ability, utilizing natural ability to process them and to release them. And when you kind of coming from more of that physical freedom, when you're coming more from experience the different levels of that freedom of on a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual level, you also have a better idea how to turn your subconscious to more conscious and deal with that in a more empowering way than disempowering. And you're not only serving yourself with it, however you can share that with the others and help them and give them permission to make a difference for themselves when they feeling kind of lost and not understanding, because they somehow didn't have the opportunity yet, just desire of that freedom but maybe not knowing exactly how to go about it, how and attempting of controlling their outside circumstances and hoping for the best, that something somehow, some miracle will happen and will create that physical freedom for them, and that they will really feel free and not so caged. And I know that if we are attempting from a personal perspective, from observation of other human beings, when we keep attempting to somehow control our outside circumstances and not recognizing that we actually many times creating those circumstances. Yes, many times there are some other people involved, so it's even harder to determine at what point it was totally our own creation, at what point there was some kind of co-creation. And when we attempting to fix what already kind of outside transpiring without really honestly recognizing that it might be coming from within, to find the courage to look at it, that it's another opportunity for us to experience some transformation and go on the other side and experience that true power of physical freedom by standing in our power that we have within, and using our voice might be the case. And that's kind of what I'm here to inform you, that usually that's the case. And recognizing that, coming from that perspective, is yes, courageous thing to do, and can create a real sustainable and lasting physical freedom that you keep like more open to experience that on a daily basis, and not just on rare occasion, and feeling that that you cannot do that more often because it requires work. It yes, it requires work, but it can also get to the point that it becoming like your second nature, like you putting the habits and limitation on yourself and caging yourself and believing that it's true. You can also transform that to believe that it's true, that you can experience on a daily basis your physical freedom and feel good in your body. And what a difference at that point when you feel really good in your body daily. What a difference, and loved and safe and worthy, how much more difference you can experience by yourself and with the others, and make a difference for others, to inspire others, to give that permission, to empower others, because they seeing you experience that, and they can say, oh, I want what she's experiencing. And it might be some opening for you to for them to observe you from the far, or maybe create something that you feel that you master some skills and some experience to serve others with that, and create some offering around those skills that you develop, to support, to be of service, through service to others, but also to be of service to yourself. So anyhow, without further ado, I've been kind of sharing some more authentic reflections and thoughts to somehow get you to think differently, to feel differently, and to create that possibility of experiencing of the true power of physical freedom. I started again to come live on this channel, encourage my still kind of smaller community that is being developed here to share that message, to comment on it, to create more visibility. And when you are new to come across this live and this channel, welcome you and thank you for joining, and encourage you to subscribe if you feel that this is of value to you. The shares and reflections that I'm sharing here vulnerably and authentically with you, and also to comment, to create more of that engagement, and to more of the visibility part on this channel, to grow it so it might be of service to many more people. So possibly we're mentioning in some other recent lives the last couple of weeks that I'm offering some collaborative and co-creative experiences, and who especially for visionary or heart-centered women, and would love for you to reach out when you come across that message and feel called to reach out, to expand our presence, to see if there is alignment for us to collaborate, to come in a community, to create more of that unity and immunity, to be really experiencing more of that true power of the freedom, to really keep standing in our true power and using our voice, making better, bigger difference for ourselves and for others. Feel free to reach out or put in a comment, connect, for example, word, and I will reach out to you and schedule some time together. So without further ado, sending so much love, joy, peace, and light, and see you around. Take care.